talking about theory about two-handed fighting axe. So I want to talk about a bit of theory about a two-handed fighting axe. It's not a regular axe head on a shaft, and it's got this end. This is a branch of a tree, and it has formed this twin. So the main shaft split up into two sections. I have this one here, and I collected another one. It's a slightly different shape, it's a bit longer, and the fork isn't as wide as this one. So in theory, every weapon, if you want to call it, has got attacks, different angles to attack, stabbing and cutting, smashing in case of an axe. And the form which you take to initiate the different kinds of attacks would be called stance. So if you have a light weapon, for example a sword, you can maneuver it easily, and with a top-heavy weapon like an axe, you are limited to you cannot initiate any attack from any starting position as easily, because it's harder to accelerate the top-heavy part. So that is why I got the idea to make this end to the shaft, to increase my leverage, to twist the axe head more effectively. So I would say I start with the basic attack directions, angles. Of course there would be stabbing as well, so I will show basic forms. I will start with upward, then horizontal, downward, and with the stab. Okay, and of course there would be variations like diagonals, so in between the main direction. Yeah, for backhand attacks it's less effective than with a sword, but of course it's possible, so I will try that. This end is not as effective to initiate backhand attacks, as you will see, so I will switch grips to a regular grip, like a regular shaft. So switching grips now. Okay, so these are the attacks patterns. As for stances, I find with this particular and to have better control about turning the axehead, I find it's quite effective to choose a stance in which every attack, or most of the attack angles I'm able to initiate at from the same starting position stance. So I'd show you what idea I have at this moment. It's all debatable. Maybe I come up with better ideas. I would call this like if you are standing on a boat and you are steering like this motion. Of course, you can hold it backwards like this, you can hold it in front like this. The hand the arm at the rear end of the shaft would be best held quite straight, I feel like. So in front like this and backwards like this, not like this. It's better to hold it straight. So I will show you once the different directions from this, let's call it steering position. So again, upward, horizontal and downward. And backwards. Okay, so yeah, of course, every attack, the moment before the attack is initiated could be called a starting position. So for downward attacks, the stance could be something like this. So from there, it's favorable to initiate the downward strike. Of course, you could always come backwards around and initiate upwards, horizontal as well. I will show this again. But it is just slower to initiate than from this position. Another stance would be the starting position for the thrust. I think something like this. It's difficult from that position to initiate any other angle of attack. I will try now. It's just more difficult. With this steering position, it's very difficult to make backwards attacks. Maybe I already told it, but I just think about this at the moment. I will try now. Yeah. Not really a good idea. Okay, I will make another video. I have a short handle axe as well. It's just I feel there's of course it's easier to accelerate, so stances aren't really that important. You can initiate different angles more easily than with a longer shaft, a more heavy lever, a longer lever. So yeah, I will make another video for that. My first idea is it's the best idea with a shorter axe to rely on a defensive, maybe a shield to cover you, to close the distance, and then basically turn around and initiate with the attack with the axe. That seems like a better idea in my opinion. This one on the long shaft is more, the idea is more to be more flexible, to yeah, more like dexterity based idea behind it. If it's short, you just close the distance and then no matter what, you just attack. This one is more to confuse at longer distance, so that the opponent will have no idea how you will initiate your attack. Okay, I will close now with a bit with different attacks once again, and also a variation. So for attacking, let's say a human target. The human target is, as you see, it's on the ground, then something like 1.70 m or maybe even more up. If you think about a target, the opponent will close in on you, so this 1.70 m heights will form a line into your direction like this. So it would be a good idea to cover this possible line towards you with your attack. So if you take, for example, horizontal swing like this, the axehead is at the very end of the shaft and it forms like this form. So if the opponent is coming into your direction this way, this is happening very much not inside this area where the target area would be. If you take, for example, the upward attack like this, perfectly like this, would be perfectly in line with the target. All the distance of your movement, of the axehead movement. Then downward would be like this. It's again similar to the horizontal strike. Really hitting the target starts around this mark, traveling downward a bit in here. So it's low probability to hit the target. With horizontal it's the worst, downward is coming in second, and the best is upward, because you are all the time inside the possible approach and the target area. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.